technically, despite having the most wins in both the AL and all of Major League Baseball, 52 of them for New York, no longer the best winning percentage.
You expect your front offices to hit that gas pedal when it comes time to get a better team on the field post All-Star break, because the one thing that you know from the Yankees and the Orioles is what, Ben? You're going to fight with each other throughout the stretch here, and you want home field advantage.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
I think the one comparison that I'd like to make that reminds me of Tiger is Scotty's ability to make shots on a Sunday look like shots on a Thursday. And Tiger was so good at doing that too. In the high pressure leverage moments, he didn't lose a step. You know, he was still able to hit it pin high. He's still knocking down flag sticks. He doesn't miss-hit it.
Only on SportsGrid. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid. Your 24/7 sports wagering network. The Early Line.
Magical and historic season in Lincoln, Nebraska continues.
He is the best player in the NBA, but also in the biggest moments where the national media is watching.
Newswire.
Something that we have never seen happen before with one of the iconic coaches in the game.
Pharrell, coast to coast.
The team covers. It's automatic. It's every time. Not sometimes. It's every time.
Game time decisions.
Luka is actually far more dangerous from three on the road this year than at home.
This game here tonight, you may want to consider taking as many points as humanly possible.
In-game live, prime time.
We got not one, but two coaches fired systems in place.
SportsRage late
sort of
night.
has letdown written all over it. It's going to be hard to match the emotion that they played with the other night.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
Let's roll. This is Sports Rage. I am Gabriel Morency. The pimps, the players, the hustlers, the people, the bus, them, and everybody else in between. The Twisted Tuesday has begun. We're locked and loaded on the program tonight. The Rager Redhead, Cam Stewart, in the house. Andrew McKinnis throws it down with us. We're going to bang on Week 5. Say what? Are we really going into Week 5 of the CFL already? We're 4 weeks in. McKinnis in the house. Dave Delano will step up and in and kick it with us. We'll talk Major League Baseball. Rick Saratella in the house. We talk football with Rick as the official countdown is on. We spent a lot of time talking about the other football, but countdown to the NFL preseason is officially started. We're 30 days out, and we're going to be moving in on less than a month right now. The training camps open in about 3 weeks' time. The Houston Texans and the Chicago Bears play on August the 1st. That's the first game of the season, at least the first game of the preseason, the Hall of Fame game. We'll go over the Hall of Fame inductees. We'll talk some football tonight, some win totals. We'll take a look at, we'll set the stage a little bit as, you know what? You know, like we've got to get into the college as well. If we started tonight, like, and we did a team-by-team breakdown, one team per day, we're too late. Like, we're too late. Like, we wouldn't be able to do a team a day before the season started. We're going to have to do it like conference style. I used to actually do it in the old days. I used to like be on top of it. And I'd be like, all right, look, we're 86 days out from college football and there's 86 teams. The problem is now there's not 86 teams, right? How many Division I teams are there this year? I don't know. It keeps growing. I think last year it was 132, 133 in that range. Did we add anybody this year? I think we did, right? So it's in that ballpark. Think about the NCAA tournament, guys. Like, there's talk right now. They're going to expand it, point blank, right? So there's talk, all right, how much do we expand it by? And it's funny because they keep on chipping away all the time at it, and it keeps on getting bigger. But if you look at the percentage of teams that play and the percentage of teams that get into the tournament, it's actually harder to get into the tournament now. So they sort of want to equalize it out. And there's talk of 96 teams in the NCAA tournament. 96 teams, right? Some people think that's a little bit extreme. Some are pushing for 76 and 84. There's all kinds of different numbers being thrown out there, but college basketball teams now. I talked about football. Football is about 130 plus. If somebody can get me the exact number, or I'll get it for us a little bit later on. College basketball is stupid, right? We see it now, guys. I mean, you can bet on there's lines for teams that we've never heard of before, and we're like the biggest degenerates in the world. It's like, who the hell? What? LA School of Liberal Arts and Bachelor Science? What? Like they had a basketball team? There were some teams, man. It's like, is this even a school? Like, what are you guys, like an online school or something like this? Who are you? Hey, but there's point spreads. So, it's a little bit different, but the countdown is on. So we're going to get into it. A little NFL football. We've got Caitlin Clark in Las Vegas tonight, and it's one of these deals where they had to move it. They moved it to the home of the Las Vegas Golden Knights on the Strip, and the Las Vegas Aces had been struggling a little bit. They're not living up to expectations earlier in the season, but listen, they've won 2 championships in a row. They just all got $100,000 bonus each from like the city of Las Vegas. It's not surprising. Kelsey Plum's getting divorced. You know what I'm saying? They had a lot of stuff going on. Aja Wilson's complaining about Caitlin Clark and shoe deals. I think Becky Hammond let them do their thing, and they were going to dial it up. But anyways, they've won like 5 in a row. They were laying 13.5 tonight. And as it is right now, we got a pretty close game. It's 30-26, but as I spoke, they just scored. The Fever just scored. They're getting 10.5 right now. I thought the point spread was a little high at 13.5. It's a big game. Vegas, packed arena. And if you look at Vegas and their win streak, they're kind of winning by around this number all the time. Right? Like they're winning by 9. They're winning by 11. They're winning by 10. So it's 13.5 tonight. As far as the in-game total right now, it's 177.5. We got Major League Baseball going on tonight. And, of course, everybody loved the over. And I never bet overs. And, of course, I jump in on the over this Brew Crew and Rockies game. Because, Dallas Keuchel's pitching. And last night, all the runs. Yeah, of course. Famous last words. It's 2-1 right now at the bottom of the 5th inning. In-game total is actually 8.5 right now. Bottom of the 5th. Rockies are plus 155. Down a run. It's kind of not a bad bet, I would say. Rays are up on the Royals 1-0, end of 5 right now. They're minus 200. The Royals are plus 160. The total is 4.5 there. Phillies beating up on the Cubs. Cubs are falling apart. Total is in-game 8.5 right now. We're in the top of the 8, 6-1. And they're laying 4.5 on the run line. I took San Diego tonight, something I don't do often. Oh, Dylan Cease. Yeah, they're losing 7-0 at the end of the 7th inning right now. We're still scoreless right now in the Pacific Northwest. Interesting and cool, fun series here with the Baltimore Orioles and the Seattle Mariners. The Mariners are minus 115. Both teams are minus 115 right now. In-game total 5.5. Top of the 3rd inning. Baltimore do have a runner on first with 1 out. We're scoreless at the bottom of the 2nd with the Halos and the Athletics. And the Dodgers and the D-backs are about to get started in Los Angeles at Chavez Ravine. Bobby Miller on the hill. Dodgers minus 210 right now. Minus 1.5 is plus 100. Arizona have given the Dodgers problems, right? They beat them in the playoffs last year. The Dodgers went into Arizona earlier this year off the top of my head and beat them. Kind of beat them up a little bit, but I also remember Arizona beating the Dodgers this year in L.A., like 2 games in a row or whatever, because I vividly remember me saying, guys, Arizona often give the Dodgers problems. So I'm just warning you. Arizona give the Dodgers problems sometimes. I think the Dodgers are going to win the game. I don't want to lay minus 210. I don't do that. Like, I'll lay the Dodgers minus 160. That's kind of like the as high as I'll go with these favorites. Otherwise, I'll put them in parlays, or I'll play the run line. But I'm not in love with the run line because, as I stated, it's a division rivalry. It's one of these weird deals. I'm not really in love with laying a 1.5 here. The second half has started, and we've got a lot. We're locked and loaded on this Colombia and Brazil game. Super entertaining game. Brazil scored on a fabulous free kick earlier in the match. Like one of those type of drill jobs that the goalie had no chance on. Top shelf, like extreme corner, top shelf. It was just one of those perfect free kicks that they drilled. But Columbia had been a much better side. Like Columbia are all over them. Columbia have had like a goal called back. They've had numerous scoring opportunities. They actually have scored at the end of the half. And even now, the second half has just started. And, like when you watch a soccer game, one team sort of has the ball, right? You know what I mean? And Colombia are the team with the ball. Brazil, are barely touching the ball. And when they do, Colombia take it from them. And when Colombia have it, Brazil have a hard time, stopping them. Look at this. Right now, as I speak, Colombia took the ball from them in midfield, got it, towards the box. Brazil sort of got it, tried to pass it out, and right away, Colombia just took the ball back away from them. I got to believe, listen, I thought it was crazy that Colombia were getting plus 350 coming into this match. Colombia need a draw to win the group. And Brazil needs a win to win the group. So it's an interesting dynamic. And the loser will face Uruguay, which you don't want to play, right? These teams, you rather play Panama or you want to play Uruguay. So this is actually pretty big. Not to mention, we should note, Colombia have won 10 straight games, without any draws. They've won 10 straight, including they beat Spain a couple of months ago. And they're unbeaten in 25. So we'll hit this on the other side and more. Bring it.
Nashville, help me welcome to the stage the captain of Crushers GC and the 2024 U.S. Open champion, Bryson DeChambeau!
Gosh, I'm trying to hold it in right now. The support's been overwhelming.
Tickets for Nashville this week are nearly sold out. We are calling this the Bryson effect.
I mean, with how much support we have out here, and it's just the start, that's a testament to what Live Golf is and what the Crushers are doing, what our team's doing, and what we're trying to do for Nashville and places all across the globe. So super excited for the future of Live.
Nice to at least walk down the last few holes, or at least the last hole, knowing that it was pretty much done. It's never safe, but very proud of everybody, and of course Tiro. I mean, what a week to get his first win in a few years and win by 6 in an absolutely dominant performance the way he did. It was absolutely incredible, so I couldn't be happier for him.
Certainly with not winning for 3.5 years, you kind of naturally question if you can do it again. So I'm just proud of myself to be able to get through that and play the way I did.
The intensity continues right now in Santa Clara, California, home of the San Francisco 49ers. The game is actually sold out. It's just a sea of yellow, and it's kind of confusing in the stands. Fortunately, they're not both wearing yellow. Columbia is busting out one of these, red and black jerseys. Pretty badass, actually. Their kit is pretty nice. Brazil, obviously, with the most famous kit, along with Argentina in the game. But the crowd, because normally Colombia is yellow as well, and it's their uniform, their normal jersey is like yellow, and you throw in everyone in Brazil right now in the stadium wearing Brazilian jerseys, it's all yellow. They're split. The left side is the Colombians in yellow, but nevertheless, here's Brazil just earned a corner kick, 1-1. We're in the 52nd minute right now. Stakes couldn't be higher. Brazil and Colombia playing for the group win right now. Let's bring in Cam Stewart and see maybe if he's betting the Dodgers and the D-backs game, as this game is about to get started at Chavez Ravine. Cam, how you doing? What do you think of the D-backs and the Dodgers game? It's already started. There's 2 out right now in the top of the first inning.
Yeah, Gabe, happy to see you. Betting on the Dodgers on -1.5. Also parlayed piece and alternate line -2.5. I think the Dodgers at home are going to get to multiply. Let's try to multiply our money. Hopefully they smash them around and we get it done in the soccer match, Gabe, on Colombia on the Asian line plus a half goal. That late goal in injury time in the first half was huge.
Yeah, it was very, very big for them. Colombia only need a draw to win the group. But, yeah, clearly they're playing for a win. At some point, though, they're going to tighten things up a little bit, knowing that, all right, listen, this result isn't bad for us right now at 1-1. They've been the much, much, much better team than Brazil has. Brazil scored on a fabulous, amazing, whatever, like highlight reel, one of the goals of the year. Like Bellingham's goal the other day for England was amazing. But this goal was just next level, over the top, sweet free kick. It happened in like the 13th minute, and they haven't done anything since. Like, they can't even touch the ball, essentially. Like, every time they get it, Colombia takes it from them. But it's 1-1 right now. But we should note, guys, for betting purposes, Brazil need the win. The draw, whatever. Brazil are advancing, so they're not in a panic about getting eliminated from the tournament. But they need the win to win the group. And they don't want to play Uruguay because they'd rather get Panama after that. And same thing with Colombia. Colombia, Cam, haven't lost a game. This is unbelievable. They haven't lost a game in 25 games. They have a 25-game unbeaten streak going. They've actually won 10 consecutive matches without any draws even. So they're playing amazing, amazing football. They were getting plus 350 tonight. I'm on Colombia to win. I also have Colombia win or draw. I got Colombia plus 1.5. That's a handball on Brazil right there.
It sounds like we're on the same side, buddy. I'll tell you another thing, Morency. I know these offside calls, but I thought it was kind of interesting on Colombia's disallowed goal how the Brazil player outside the post, I know it was a little bit, I thought that could have gone either way. I got to be honest with you. And some of these tic-tac calls, like literally a fingernail.
They're merciless in soccer, Cam.
Yeah, they really are.
If you're offside, like your jersey's offside, like you're offside. It's very annoying.
It's annoying. Yeah.
Listen, my argument is, and I said this, and I don't think offside should exist in the crease. It's stupid.
Yep.
Like, if you're already there, it's like in hockey. Because imagine you're in hockey in the blue line, if they made like another offside line midway in between. It's like, at what point did we earn it? Like, offside, the whole creation of offside is to stop the definition of the cherry picker.
Yep.
Right? And so you could do it in basketball if you want, right? But the whole thing of somebody just goes at the other end of the rink and stands there and you pass it, you know what I mean? That was like the nature of it. Okay, we have to come up with a way that you can't just stand around. You have to actually advance it. But in soccer, once it's in the damn box, like that, like the goal that was disallowed, dude, Buddy kicked it. Everybody started moving. Like, what do you want? Because the guy in Colombia is faster and moved faster. Yes. And that's what bothered me about it was no one moved until he kicked the ball. So he kicked the ball's in the air, the ball's live. Right? So everyone's got to stand there. It's like, and it was minuscule that he was offside, and they didn't score because he was offside. They got saved because he was offside. And It happens all the time.
What a great call, Morency. You know what? We should take that little soliloquy and bottle it up. You couldn't have been more perfect in your analysis, and I think the same thing. I think that's, hey, you want to do that? Who cares off a corner kick if I'm behind the guy? I should be allowed to do whatever the hell I want. I'm in that area. You're right. at certain parts in the game, I understand it. You're right. But in that killer scoring area, there shouldn't be any type of rule where you can't get behind a guy or do whatever you want. You're right. It's killed the nature.
Yeah, exactly. It's up to the defender not to let someone get behind you.
That's right. Yeah, well, it's almost like
at some point, like I understand the whole offside, but my whole deal was once you're in the box, especially in the crease, like when you're 2 feet in front of the net and there's a bunch of bodies around, you're not offside.
Exactly.
Like you're not offside. You've got your space. That's like telling a hockey player, Cam, that's in front of the net, you're offside. It's like, no, I'm not. Because the puck's behind me. Like, it's just dumb. And there's a lot of similarities between hockey and soccer. Anyways, they're never going to do this. They're never going to buy into the hockey concept. That's, I'm going to die on this hill, actually. I'm going to, soccer.
I like it.
Let's bring in McInnes. Soccer needs an effing blue line. McInnes. Yeah. There needs to be a line. It's like you're not offside anymore once we're past this line. Because I'm tired of seeing teams get saved by this McInnes. Like I said, it's not like teams are kicking the ball over someone's head and one jackass is just standing down to the other end of the pitch. We're getting these beautiful goals. Teams are getting saved by it, right? They give up the goal, and it's like, well, let's challenge it. And, oh, look, Buddy's cleat is offside.
I know.
The red jersey's blowing in the wind, and the VAR picked it up. It's ridiculous.
That's the biggest bother to me, guys, when someone's offside by a fingernail, and that's what decides the game. I understand if you're offside by a large margin or if it's a changing play, but to me, you're saying with the blue line, it just can't be such a slither of a moment. And that's the thing. Is VAR a good thing, guys, or a bad?
Perfection,
is it good or bad?
It's bad.
Ah!
Nashville, help me welcome to the stage the captain of Crushers GC and the 2024 U.S. Open champion, Bryson DeChambeau!
Gosh, I'm trying to hold it in right now. The support's been overwhelming.
Tickets for Nashville this week are nearly sold out. We are calling this the Bryson effect.
I mean, with how much support we have out here, and it's just the start, that's a testament to what Live Golf is and what the Crushers are doing, what our team's doing, and what we're trying to do for Nashville and places all across the globe. So super excited for the future of Live.
Nice to at least walk down the last few holes, or at least the last hole, knowing that it was pretty much done. It's never safe, but very proud of everybody, and of course Tiro. I mean, what a week to get his first win in a few years and win by 6 in an absolutely dominant performance the way he did. It was absolutely incredible, so I couldn't be happier for him.
Certainly with not winning for 3.5 years, you kind of naturally question if you can do it again. So I'm just proud of myself to be able to get through that and play the way I did.
All right, we've hit the hour mark of this soccer match, the Copa America. We're in the 61st minute right now. 1-1. Brazil need the win to win the group, and Colombia need the draw to win the group. But Colombia is not, they're not really playing for the draw. You play for the draw, you're going to lose. Like, you can't just stand around and kick the ball around. And there's a better chance if you don't get scored if the ball is always in the other side of the pitch as well. But as anyone that's been following us knows, I got a million picks on all these games, and we're sweating home. We need some more corner kicks here in this game.
You love your
one
corners.
bet. Yeah, one bet that we left on the table, and the Cards hit the wall here. The over-under for the Cards was 4.5, and there was a little sequence where there was a little mini brawl. There was nearly a fight in the game. And that was too quick, Cards. And if you're a card bettor, you love that stuff. There was a match in the Euro where the guy gave 18 cards. He just was like, card, because everyone was pushing each other. So you got like 6 cards in a melee. Like, people that bet that prop were laughing. They're like, dude, this is amazing. Right? Like, you want, if you're betting on the Cards, you know, nothing better when everyone starts fighting and pushing each other around, because you get cards for that. But we're locked up. It's stuck at 4 right now. The corner kicks were up to 8. Colombia have 5 corner kicks. Brazil have 3. And I should note the possession is evened out a little bit. Brazil have started to calm things down a little bit over the last 10 minutes or so as far as possession, but they're not threatening at all. All right, we got Andrew McKinnis in house, Cam Stewart with us. McKinnis, any action for you on this? I know you're betting some soccer, but did you bet this game tonight?
I just bet the over, Gabe, and I'll tell you what, I haven't had a good time betting overs soccer lately, so this one's been pretty good for me. First half
it's been
over
death
was
in the
only...
Euros.
Oh, yeah.
Except for today.
Yeah, big time.
Except for today.
Big time, yeah, big time.
Exactly.
But you know what hasn't been death
12-3.
is betting overs in Las Vegas Aces games. And I had the first half over, and at one point we saw the live first half was like 94, 95 and a half. So that's a good one. Those two teams going at it right now. Everyone was talking about, you know, the marquee player here, about the Aces. Are they struggling? They got a key player back. To me, I just want to bet the over. If I ever like the Las Vegas Aces, guys, the point spread's too big. You just bet the over, because they're going to score points and it's going to give up points as well.
Not on pace, though, right now. The in-game total is 170.5. It's 45-37 at the half. So they got to 85. What was the first half total?
What did you say the live one is right now, Gabe? I had
170.5. 170.5 at halftime. It's 46-37 at the half right now. I said 45-37, 46-37.
I think I had 88.5. Is that what it was?
So I think you lost. Mickey, you have the look like you're in that little shock here. Sorry. He's comprehending the score.
Yeah, it's like,
he's like doing the math. He's like, he's shocked about this. Like,
that's me on Sunday with golf, Gabe. How am I going to hedge? My guy's in second again. Yeah, I've seen that.
46-37. So 46-37. So they got to 83.
Yep.
Gabe,
not enough.
In the time being that I was downstairs getting ready to come upstairs to go on the show with you guys, the total plummeted. I'm not even joking. It was looking so good. I started off being on here with you guys, patting myself on the back, and that's karma right there. That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
I like this. That's why I was like, so what's your number? I know you too. You got an impaler as I was talking. You got whiter and whiter. You're like kind of looking like, oh no, what's going on? And
like,
it's okay. I
why is he asking what the number I got was? I'm like, why is he asking me that? Why is he asking me?
Well, I looked, and I'm like, because the number was 178 of the game. And I see 170.5 right now, and I'm like, well, clearly it's not on pace if it's 8 points lower than what it was, right? I didn't know what the first half was. I got to be honest. I wanted to bet this game. And I was going to bet a bunch of player props in this game. I don't even want to look at the damn props because it's going to bother me. Snuck up on me. I thought it was a 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific start instead of the little 6:40 start they threw at me. Who starts an WNBA game at 9:40? What are you guys doing? You're idiots.
Great call, Morency. Here's the team.
Like, you got to realize, you need to start at even
10
time.
10 o'clock. 10:35.
7 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock. Your little 45 baseball crap. Oh, we start at 6:42. That doesn't help it better.
No, it does not. I hate it.
Really bothers
Stick
me.
to the damn top. Oh, I'm with you, Morency. In soccer, we're big into this stuff. It's getting me rattled. I'm forgetting about these games, too. And then you're putting them at weird times. Get your act together and start at a regular time, losers.
Let's see, the game's in Vegas, too.
gosh, I'm trying to hold it in right now. The support's been overwhelming.
Tickets for Nashville this week are nearly sold out. We are calling this the Bryson effect.
I mean, with how much support we have out here, and it's just the start, that's a testament to what Live Golf is and what the Crushers are doing, what our team's doing, and what we're trying to do for Nashville and places all across the globe. So super excited for the future of Live.
It was nice to at least walk down the last few holes, or at least the last hole, knowing that it was pretty much done. It's never safe, but very proud of everybody, and of course Tiro. I mean, what a week to get his first win in a few years and win by 6 in an absolutely dominant performance the way he did. It was absolutely incredible, so I couldn't be happier for him.
Certainly with not winning for 3.5 years, you kind of naturally question if you can do it again. So I'm just proud of myself to be able to get through that and play the way I did.
This is SportsRage. I'm Morency. We're going into the 69th minute right now of this soccer game. And as far as the Major League Baseball card is concerned, still 2-1 in Colorado. So everyone thought it'd be a track meet, a high-scoring game. It isn't. We should note the bases are loaded right now, but it's 2-1 in the bottom of the 6th. The Rockies have the bases loaded, but there's 2 out. They have an opportunity to blow this game open. The Rays are up 1-0 on the Royals, end of 5. Cubs showing some life here. They're down 6-4. We're going into the bottom of the 9th inning. The Orioles have taken a 1-0 lead on the Mariners. Dodgers have put a quick run up on the D-backs right now. 1-0, top of second. Andrew McInnes with us, the Raging Redhead, Cam Stewart. So, McInnes, that was a funny little, and SportsGrid love to make little clips. So, hopefully, for your sake, maybe you hope that's not the clip. McInnes thought he won
I
didn't.
sure hope so.
Trust me, I've been on the air a long time. I've thought I've won and lost, but I've been confused over the years, so it's going to happen. But, so, kind of slowed down, like you said. So it's 46-37. In-game total right now is 170.5. If you like the over 178.5, hard not to like the 170.5 here right now. Problem was, they only scored 33 points in the second quarter.
Yeah, don't remind me, Gabe. Don't remind me about that second quarter. Look, I liked it pregame. I like it right now. The pace these teams are playing in, they're getting healthier as far as the aces are concerned, getting your star point guard back. The way that they utilize the shot clock, they're not passing the ball. They're getting up in transition, and they're moving the ball right away, getting shots up early. I feel like that continues for both teams. And this is one of those games, Gabe, no matter what happens with the point spread here, no matter how much higher a team is, if the Aces end up blowing this game out, I still think the total can go over. I don't think both teams need to trade all game long for this to get over. This is one of those, whether it's tight, whether it's a blowout, we still get points for both. And Gabe, because I was so excited about a game I thought I won, I forgot to even tell you about baseball, but here's an ugly one I'm on tonight. The Oakland A's on the money line, and I also have a live over 4.5 team total on the Cubs. So that's a little bit of a sweaty one as well.
Wow.
Oh, you're in trouble here because there's 2 out in the 9th, so you're down to your last at bat. I'm the bearer of great news.
I know.
I'm like, yeah.
Your WNBA bet lost. Sorry, big trouble in the Cubs game.
Yeah, I'm like, sorry, there's the score. He tells me the Cubs. I'm like, they're up to 4, but there's 2 out. It's your problem. The A's and the Angels are tied at the bottom of the 4 still, scoreless. In-game total 4.5. Athletics are minus 125. And as we stated, the Dodgers up 1-0 right now. So the Dodgers score in the first inning. Now minus 370 going into the top of the second inning right now at Chavez Ravine. So, McKinnis, I'll ask you, actually. You said the soccer was getting to you a little bit, the Euros. It's been an under machine. All right, this Euro Cup, man, all these teams are so good defensively. They're all studs. And it's hard to score in soccer. It just is. Like when you're playing against a really good team. Look at France. France, guys, France, as good as they are, they haven't scored a goal in the Euro Cup besides a penalty kick.
Mm-hmm.
Like they haven't scored a goal in regular play. And we're talking about a team that's played 3 games right now, right? It's pretty crazy. So you see these teams today, though, and I got burnt today. I got a little too cute. I kind of knew coming in with the Netherlands, I had them to win 2-0, plus 600. I was nearly a genius. I wasn't. There was that late goal. And I watch all these Turkey games, too. And Turkey play fast, chaotic football. Like, they really do. Like, they're so fast, and they play chaotically. Like, they like it like this. And it's hard to keep up with. And it's like pinball soccer. It's like a fast break basketball team. They just drill the ball at the net and attack, like for rebounds. And we saw they scored the quickest goal in Euro Cup history today. I kind of figured that game could get kind of out of hand, or it could open up a little bit. But I think, McInnes, we're going to go right back to, like, no goals being scored here, man. Like Spain and Germany, goals are going to be tough to come by in this game. Like Spain or like Germany are good offensively. Spain are going to lock them down. They're going to keep the ball away from them. Spain's going to try to win this game 1-0. And then Portugal and France, we just saw Portugal have a really hard time scoring against anybody, let alone France. France have given up 1 goal in the entire tournament. France are really hard to score on. I told people coming in, like, France are really, like, defensively, that's why they're so good, because you can't score on them, and eventually they're going to break through and score on you. Gotta love the under there. England, Switzerland's another under. And I'd say the only one over, guys, out of those 4 games would be the Netherlands and Turkey. Because just Turkey, and same with the Netherlands. The Netherlands play kind of chaotic games, and both these teams can bury their chances. So that'll be fun. And then we got Canada and Venezuela. McInnes. So any soccer thoughts from you, McInnes, here? I see you got your Team Canada jersey on. You ready for Friday night?
Got to represent. Now we have a reason, a teammate. We have someone that got injured there. We got to build off, some team chemistry coming together a little bit, and hopefully can, come together and get a big win this weekend. Look, Gabe, you mentioned it. I'll tell you what, I hate betting unders and watching the game in soccer. I can watch NBA games. I have the under. I can watch NHL games. I have the under. I can watch football games. I've been betting a lot of unders in soccer. First half unders specifically, and just not even turning the game on. I'll tell you what, that Portugal game, I love the draw. I think, to me, that one goes to extra time. To me, I could see penalty kicks in that game all over it. England game, I actually like them on the win-draw-win line. I think, to me, the way that they ended off their game, you can look at it in the handicap from 2 different ways. They didn't wake up until it was almost too late, or they finally woke up, found themselves a little bit in their offense, and they're going to play with some real good offense and speed and kind of, feel what they kind of had at the end game. So at plus 120, I really like them. I like the matchup that they have. I feel like they'll kind of overwhelm the Switzerland side. So Portugal game, I like the draw and the under in that one. I'm going to go with England on the money line.
I don't know what the hell England did to get the draw that they did. It's ridiculous. Like, if you're Spain, you look at the other side of the bracket. It's just, and I know it falls into place and who advances and stuff. And England were on the side where there are a lot of upsets. Just point blank, right? There were bigger teams that got knocked out. But you look at, like, Spain and France's path, like having to play Germany and France and Portugal and having to play each other. Meanwhile, here's England. Oh, we get Denmark. Hey, guys, we get Switzerland next.
Exactly.
Right? Hey, we get the winner of Turkey and the Netherlands after, right? Like, it's sort of, it's like, no disrespect to Turkey and the Netherlands, but this other side of the bracket, Kev, you got France, you got Germany, you got Spain, you got Portugal. It's ridiculous. It's almost like they're pushing England into the final. And I'll tell you, English fans, you'll get your hopes up and you're going to lose because you're not that great and you're in a soft-ass bracket. So when you get to the final, whoever the hell comes out of France and Germany and Spain, and Portugal's getting bounced, I think, too. That side of the bracket, guys, is winning the championship, like point blank. And I still think it'll be Spain.
Couldn't agree more, Gabe. It's just, these guys are all world heavyweights. As for England, too, they did wake up. They showed some resilience there. But I'm going to tell you, that game, McInnes against Switzerland's no joke, bro. These guys beat Italy 2-0. They actually have some good defense there. I know England, they kind of get their act together, but England plays a very dangerous game. And against the Swiss, I think the Swiss can play with them.
Switzerland are better than they're better than Denmark.
Yes, a hell of a lot better, Gabe. And I like the draw probably in that one. I think that game can go a long way as well.
Like the Swiss can actually score, right? You know what I mean? Like Denmark are sort of just there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they are there. Hi, Denmark.
Yeah, no, but like if someone says, what's Danish soccer about? You're like,
boring.
No, they don't really have an identity. Like they're just sort of there. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, they play kind of tough. They can't score. You know what I mean? But somehow they qualify all the time, and then they lose all the time. Denmark's one of those, and Denmark got eliminated.
Yes, exactly.
Nashville, help me welcome to the stage the captain of Crushers GC and the 2024 U.S. Open champion, Bryson DeChambeau.
Gosh, I'm trying to hold it in right now. The support's been overwhelming.
Tickets for Nashville this week are nearly sold out. We are calling this the Bryson effect.
I mean, with how much support we have out here, and it's just the start, that's a testament to what Live Golf is and what the Crushers are doing, what our team's doing, and what we're trying to do for Nashville and places all across the globe. So super excited for the future of Live.
Nice to at least walk down the last few holes, or at least the last hole, knowing that it was pretty much done. It's never safe, but very proud of everybody, and of course Tiro. I mean, what a week to get his first win in a few years and win by 6 in an absolutely dominant performance the way he did. It was absolutely incredible, so I couldn't be happier for him.
Certainly with not winning for 3.5 years, you kind of naturally question if you can do it again. So I'm just proud of myself to be able to get through that and play the way I did.
All right, we're getting to the 81st minute right now, and I really do. We're just talking about over-unders. I hate betting overs in soccer. I really do. Today, I reluctantly did 3.5s and parlays, alt-line parlays, because I really did know. I had that instinct. I was like, yeah, today these games could open up. But I fell for it a little bit here. Brazil and Colombia, ooh, the flair and how they're not going to be goals. And then, boom, there was a goal in the 11th minute of this game. And then Colombia scored a couple of minutes later, but they overturned it. And then Colombia scores again, but it has really tightened up right now. And Colombia are playing for a draw now, guys. Like, they know they need the draw. They weren't before, but you can tell now they're in the 82nd minute. They're going backwards more than forwards with the ball now. You know what I mean? They get the ball, and they're not. Before, it was like attack. Now it's like, all right, if we can, They're sort of moving it upfield, but very patiently. They know. So the only thing I think if we were on Colombia at the plus 350, that'd be really nice to hit is, guys, Brazil might do the old not pull the goalie, but essentially, you know what I mean? Like when teams bring the goalie up, they can't get back on time. You see it all the time. It's essentially an empty netter, right? You get the goalie up and he's playing forward and stuff, and all it takes is one big pass and one quick run. And a lot of these guys will put the ball in from midfield into the net. So, or you get that quick breakaway type thing on a counterattack. Like I said, there's still going to be like 15 minutes left here. So I'm hoping for one more goal. And hopefully it's from Colombia.
Agreed.
Let's go, Colombia. Let's go. Colombia gold. Let's go. Oh, here we go right now. Oh, God, dude, that was a weak-ass kick. The ball, seriously, that was a legit scoring opportunity. It was a great rebound. The ball went right to a guy in the box. He didn't have to rush the kick. Was it offside?
Probably.
No, they didn't even call it offside. No.
Oh.
God, but number 8 on Colombia really, really. He didn't like choke, but he had an opportunity. Here they come again. Here you go. Oh my God, he put it over the net.
There we go.
That just describes like every soccer play you see.
Yes.
No.
It was a 2-on-1. It was a beautiful play. I was like, this is it.
You know what, McGinnis?
He had the goalie beat. It was beautiful. He even went like, oh my God.
I should put this guy in a loop. It's like the Stanley Cup playoffs into soccer. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. It's just like everything. Like that. What was that Morency name this time? Don't worry, buddy. We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. Draws okay. Wins better. But don't worry. We're going to get
wins a lot better. And the over.
Wins a lot.
They should have won. He's had it twice. Here they come again. No, they're pushing now. They're pressing for the win.
Brazil's going to bring all their guys up, and then we're going to catch them napping. Don't worry. 2-1, baby. Let's go. Let's go, Colombia. Right, give us some beans. Let's go.
Let's get in some CFL here. Time's always flies by here. We'll keep an eye on this game. And speaking of flying by, it's hard to believe we're going into week 5 of the CFL already. That's crazy. So week 5 this week, and resumes on Thursday night. The Toronto Argonauts finally go on the road and play like a real sort of, you know what I mean? A real game here on the road against their former defensive coordinator, who's got the Rough Riders with a perfect record, but they're beat up and they got injuries. So you got the Argonauts are 3.5 point favorites in this game, McInnes. Over under 48. Friday, we got the Red Blacks and the Blue Bombers. Blue Bombers still searching for their first W. And I got to tell you, this feels like a spot. I bet against Winnipeg every game this year, actually. But I'm seeing the Bombers -3 against the Red Blacks. Even though I'm on the Red Blacks over 6.5 on the season, this is a tough spot for them against an 0-4 Bomber team. The Calgary Stampeders are getting 10 against Montreal, and betting against Montreal is like betting against FSU against Savannah State or something. Like Montreal are enjoying beating teams up. And then you get the BC Lions laying 5 points against Hamilton in the Hammer, total 53.5. The Ticats are falling apart. They can't buy a win. They keep losing. They're 0-4. I see they fired their special teams coach today. It's not his fault. They have special teams. So they fired the special teams coach. There's talk behind the scenes. They want to fire everybody. They're panicked about Bo Levi Mitchell's contract. Not a happy room to be in. I tell you, Babano's Ticats. Babano's Ticats. He doesn't talk about them so much anymore, does he, Cam? An enormous Ticats this. I think he even took the Ticat thing down behind as well.
Yes, you're right, Gabe. I've been noticing his set getting barer and barer with the mystery screen. No tabby.
Now they get the BC Lions this week. You're 0-4. It's like, oh boy, you get the BC Lions. Who do you like this week, McInnes?
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, guys, I can't believe you said time flies. Time flies on this show. Time flies in the CFL season. Starting things off, Toronto and Saskatchewan. Last week, if we're talking about closing numbers, all 4 games go under the total. And it was the first week we saw a big adjustment. We saw 3 out of the 4 totals last week reach the 50s.
He's over. I think
we'll get McInnes back.
by where he was going, I think he thinks that total might be a little bit low in the Saskatchewan game. I'm not sure. What do you think about Saskatchewan?
He is right in the sense, I know, because I've been teasing all these games to the over all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm playing the over and teasing the over, and I'm always losing the over but winning the teasers. They barely most of these games right now, like, because they're setting the totals like 50, it'll get to 46, right? Or it'll get to 47. You're right. Last week they just sort of creeped under the numbers a little bit. But what do you think about this week? There's a couple of games here where I think there will be points. Like BC and Hamilton, there's going to be points on Sunday night. That's one I'll say I like the over.
Guys, I apologize if there's any issues right now. I like the under in that game. The Saskatchewan game, I like the under. I think you look at a game like this one here, you have the injured quarterback theory. A lot of times you want to put your money on that team. You know, in the NFL especially, back the team with the injured quarterback. Not here. Shea Patterson, to me, is a big downgrade. Check down after check down after check down. I think both these teams are going to run the ball a lot. We're going to see Carey and Ouellette running the ball quite a bit, like the under in that one. I really like the over in the BC and Hamilton game, despite how high it is, Gabe. They can't put that one high. That's one that I'm really high on. As you mentioned, Winnipeg
we'll hit it on the other
-2.5
side.
is a good play.
Nashville, help me welcome to the stage the captain of Crushers GC and the 2024 U.S. Open champion, Bryson DeChambeau!
Gosh, I'm trying to hold it in right now. The support's been overwhelming.
Tickets for Nashville this week are nearly sold out. We are calling this the Bryson effect.
I mean, with how much support we have out here, and it's just the start, that's a testament to what Live Golf is and what the Crushers are doing, what our team's doing, and what we're trying to do for Nashville and places all across the globe. So super excited for the future of Live.
Nice to at least walk down the last few holes, or at least the last hole, knowing that it was pretty much done. It's never safe, but very proud of everybody, and of course Tiro. I mean, what a week to get his first win in a few years and win by 6 in an absolutely dominant performance the way he did. It was absolutely incredible, so I couldn't be happier for him.
Certainly with not winning for 3.5 years, you kind of naturally question if you can do it again. So I'm just proud of myself to be able to get through that and play the way I did.
It doesn't look like this game's going to go over. We'll see. Columbia keep taking everybody out of the game. And they've gone defensive in the last couple of minutes. Like, strategically, they've gone defensive, but, like, they've pulled their strikers. Like, they've gone with defensive players now, knowing they just need the draw. We're in the 92nd minute right now. It's 1-1. Brazil need the win. They're not really – they haven't created any pressure. They haven't pulled a goalie or anything. As I stated earlier, they're not eliminated if they don't win this game. They're just going to have to play Uruguay after this. And I was on Colombia tonight, but we're also on Colombia with the draw, the win, the draw too. But I think Uruguay will beat Brazil, actually. Uruguay are a hard team to deal with. All right, McKiss, so before we get you out of here, CFL football. I agree with your take as far as the under. I can see what you're saying. You know, it'll be interesting, Willette versus his former team in the Argos. He started to get going a little bit, but, you know, they lose their quarterback, as you mentioned. Oh, boy, here's Brazil with a break. And he loses it. It was like nearly a breakaway. But, buddy,
you're scaring me now. You're scaring me. We don't need any of that. We need counterattack.
Buddy on Colombia tracked him down and, like, yeah, number 7 on Brazil. Bro, you're a little slow there. Like, you should have picked up the pace. Like, you would nearly had a breakaway. 93rd minute. So we got the Alouettes laying 10, and then the Bomber game. Guys, like I said, I've been betting against the Bombers, but how do we – and it's Drew Brown, the former Bomber. I get it, but the Bombers are on the verge of like they take their football seriously in that city, guys. It's not like, oh, the Bombers are struggling this year. It's like, no, like they're flipping out, like in the city. Like they've been so good for so long. This is like a big reality check for them. I said it last week on the program, the Rob Vino. They're better when Strevler is on the field than Collaros right now, but I think they beat Winnipeg.
Well, I think that's
Ottawa.
the thing.
I think they're going to beat Ottawa. Bombers win.
Yeah, that's the thing is I think Strevler is going to be behind center, Gabe. And you know what? The guy he mostly runs the ball as the quarterback, throws these short passes, but he finally got things together. You know, led them down the field for a decent drive. I kind of do believe in him. And I like the fact that this is kind of a revenge game early in the season. What are we here in week 5? And we have a revenge game. And to me, when you look at this Ottawa team, their defense, anybody can walk all over them. If Hamilton can walk all over them, I think Winnipeg can get it back on track here. Let's not forget, Zach Collaros, when he played against this very Ottawa team earlier in the season, he had the worst game I'd say he's had in years. And I'm not someone to exaggerate. Multiple interceptions, could pass. I feel like it'll be different. I kind of like the over a little bit in this one, too. It's 46.5, 47. It's very similar to where it was, guys, in the first meeting. And I'll tell you what, I watched from the start to the ending of that last meeting. It should have gone over. They would march the field, be right there in the 20-yard line, interception. There was a fumble on the goal line. There were so many things that went wrong. I feel like this one should go over. Ottawa has a great return, punt returner. So I do like that one over the total again. You mentioned Calgary-Montreal. What do we think about that game? Is it hard to bet against Montreal? Yeah, they're covering the point spread, blowing teams out. And I cashed their under last week. I like the over in that game. You know, that's one that I can get behind some points with. I kind of think the last 2 games of the week do go up and over the total here. But BC and Hamilton, I feel like that's the best bet if you like points this week in the CFL.
The head-to-head matchup of the Calgary Stampeders and the Montreal Alouettes, incredibly one-sided, especially like when they go to Montreal. And I know of going back years. Now I'm sure it's changed a little bit, but Nick Lewis was on the Calgary Stampeders for forever, and legend, leading receiver of all time in the league. And then he was on the Alouettes after, and I became buddies with him. And when the Alouettes were really bad, the Stampeders were going to Montreal, and he told me, "Oh, we'll win this week." It was like off the air. He goes, "Oh, we'll win this week, even though we suck." And I said, "Why?" And he goes, "I was on the Stampeders for 8 years or 10 years." And he goes, there's an annual trip to Shea Parade that everybody looks forward to. And Montreal is the one city that we party in. He goes, you go to Hamilton. He goes, Montreal, like it's a thing. Like, it's like, oh, yeah, when we go to Montreal, that's just when we have our team party and stuff like that. So they always party. I'm sure Dickinson has put that fire out knowing because, right, times have changed. And a lot of those strip clubs aren't there anymore in Montreal, to be honest. But it's just so hard to get in front of the Alouettes right now, bro. I know that they didn't cover the last game, but like,
if I get 10.5, Gabe, I'm in. I saw some 10s. If I can get 10.5, I honestly would be willing to do it. I know you guys will say, how can I keep betting against this team? If I can get 10.5, I'll be on the camp.
The only game they didn't cover was the Edmonton game.